Hey guys, it's Holly Dance with Dance Moves Real Estate and Ascent Real Estate Group. Today we're talking about something a little bit different. I'm not teaching you how to buy or sell homes. I'm not teaching you about financing or inspections. I'm going to talk to you about taking a vacation. Now, a lot of you know that I teach a lot of other realtors, some continuing education classes. I do some other coaching and other trainings, but I have this training that is called the top 5 ways a real estate agent can take a real vacation. And I started doing this because I noticed that in real estate, we're kind of always on. You know, our phones, if a client calls and wants to go somewhere, then we're going to show them that house. Like, it's just going to happen. So I saw a need for really talking about a vacation and making it work for you. And as I've gone through this process and created these steps, I've realized that, surprise, we are all in the same boat. We all have a hard time, really detaching and getting the most out of a vacation. So I'm going to share with you with my awesome network, and hopefully you get something out of it. So let's go. I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you. So here we go. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was hoping it was there. So I'm on the screen here. So let's just get through it. Well, not through it, but you know what I mean. Okay. Raise your hand if you need a vacation, right? I share this with people, and we're all there. We all have things in our life, whether it's kids, work, family, life, home, bills, things pile up, and it's nice to get away. It's nice to have a break. And I share this funny image that, being a real estate agent is the least stressful career I've ever had. Jessica, 29. Being in a stressful situation really does age you. And if we can take a break and really get a great vacation, you're going to feel awesome. And then sometimes we need to get away, but other times we need to celebrate, right? Happy clients. Yes, awesome. Things work out. You have a big closing, or something goes well, or you're celebrating a certain milestone, maybe at your job, or a different thing that you want to celebrate. Then take a vacation. But let's talk about the 5 ways that you can really get the most out of your vacation. So number 1, and unfortunately this is where a lot of people stop. A lot of people do the logistics and that's it. So the first would be your logistics, setting up what's going to happen, who's going to cover for you, who needs to know you're leaving, who's going to watch your kids, who's going to take care of your pets or water your plants. A lot of these questions are things that we need to bring up when we're going to be going on a vacation. What arrangements need to be made? Who do you need to notify you're leaving? Sometimes you have clients that you're involved in a transaction with them, so you need to let them know. And in our life, there's lots of things that need to happen. So we get the logistics done, right? And I feel like step 1, a lot of people understand this step. It's kind of a simple step to understand that, yeah, of course you do the logistics, right? But then that's where we stop and say, I guess I'm just going to get on a plane and things are just going to go okay. So now we get into the good stuff. Number 2 is we're talking about writing your vacation story. Now, not everyone is going to sit down and actually get a piece of paper and write down this story, but we kind of do this a little bit. So talk to the people you're going on vacation with and really start to create the vacation. What is it going to be like? What do you really choose to get out of this vacation? It can be who you're going with, and you just say, look, the vacation is going to be this, and this is what I want to see, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to feel. So, oops, sorry, went the wrong way. Really think about what you're choosing to fill your vacation with. Everyone wants different things out of their vacation, but you want friends. You might want a spa day. You might want certain relaxation. You might want sunsets. When I go on vacation, I'm always looking for a great sunset and that great photo by the sunset, right? And I really want great food. I love this photo on the bottom that is being served. I love to just be waited on and feel like royalty and have an amazing time. One story is we went to Cancun last year, and I kind of had a set. I'll go through this, but I did the other steps, and I really wanted friends. I wanted to meet some awesome new people that I knew I would never meet any other way, right? I'm going to Cancun. I'm going to meet people there from all over the world. And so the first day, the first beach out of like 8 different beaches, the first set of lawn chairs, and out of 4 different rows of lawn chairs, we sat right in front of this group from Alaska. And we just hit it off. They were hilarious and funny, and we just had things in common with our home life and kids and family and interest and sense of humor. And it was so much fun that we are actually going on another trip with them next month. We planned it, and it's so much fun. So really get intentional about what you want out of your vacation. Everyone's going to be different, but when you make a choice and you start to marinate on that choice and really think of the things that you want, then those are the things that are going to come into your life. So really writing the story. And if it is sitting down and writing on a piece of paper, awesome. If it's just a phone call with the people you're traveling with, and really starting to get these ideas coming of what is it that we're going to choose to fill our vacation with. So that brings us to our next, oh no, actually I have a little bonus thing. This is the Pac-Man principle. And you know what? I think this is really important to pay attention to. If you think of a pie chart like this Pac-Man, and you were to track all of your positive thoughts and emotions and all of your negative thoughts and emotions for one day, which side would be bigger? And if you think of it like a Pac-Man, if that Pac-Man is eating the smaller side. So if you fill your whole day full of stress and negativity and complaining and judgment and crap, let's be honest, it's just crap, then when you do have something positive come, it really disappears pretty quick. And I think that we can recognize this in our life. When you're having a bad day, good happens, and you almost don't even want to notice it, right? Because it's like, no, but everything else is so much bigger and bad that I don't care if there's a nice sunset, or I don't care if the traffic wasn't bad, because look at this other crap. So we fill it up. And the same goes for the positive. If you get really intentional and aware of the kind of emotions and feelings that you're putting into your day, then if you fill it with positive things, right, then when something bad comes up, you're going to feel so amazing. You're going to be vibrating in this really awesome frequency that those bad things aren't going to have as much weight, that it's just going to get eaten up. I know that's kind of silly, but really for me, it helps to visualize and to track some of these things, because that makes sense. You know, if you're feeling awesome and you're with your friends and you're all going out and it's a 40-minute wait, you kind of don't care because you're with your friends. Like, let's say you're going to a restaurant, you know, and it's a wait. But if you're already in a bad mood and the babysitter was late and you and your husband are grumpy on a date and it's a 40-minute wait, you're going to be upset. So pay attention to what you're filling your day full of mostly, and it will take over that. So getting intentional about this vacation, what do you want? What are you looking for? It's going to be filled with positive, and then sure, things come up. Guess what? I'm aware that we live in the real world and life happens, but that's not going to have as much weight. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 3 on the list of 5 ways to have an awesome vacation is affirmations. Now, yes, I am one of those huge nerds that wakes up in the morning and looks in the mirror and says affirmations and smiles and puts on music and really programs my subconscious to look for these amazing things. I look in the mirror and I say, I am successful. I am happy. I love my life. My kids love being around me. I'm a wonderful mother that takes care of my children. I'm a great wife that is passionate about my husband. So I say these things in the morning. And affirmations are one of those things that I think a lot of people know about, but not everybody does. But it's funny because when we start talking about a vacation, it feels okay to do something different because it is something different. So if we can get on board with having some affirmations for our vacation, then I think we start to invite these things into our life. And guess what? If you don't really believe in affirmations, then you're doing them anyway. Like whether or not you believe in them, they are working anyway. So let's look at the definition of an affirmation here. An affirmation is to say something in a confident way or to believe or be dedicated to something. Now, if you say something in a confident way and believe and be dedicated to it, that can be positive or negative. How many times has something like this happened? I knew I would be late. Hurry, we're going to be late. We're going to be late. I better set my alarm because I'll probably be late. We start to become committed to something. We say it often and it happens. So often we are already saying affirmations. So just start to track them and say, oh, let's put a couple new ones in, a couple better ones. So your affirmations are really just your story broken down into bullet points. So you're going to start to notice, okay, we talked about this and this is what I want. Let's write some really awesome, powerful lines that I can say or that I can record and listen to or that I can write in the morning and start to create this energy, create the law of attraction and bring them into my life and onto my vacation with me. Here's a list of some examples of things that you can say. Let me get this out of the way here. Oh, okay, we'll go teeny for a minute. So these are just some examples, and maybe screenshot this if you want to come back and refer to it, but you're taking that story that you wrote and you are making bullet points of it. So if, you know, paying attention to your surroundings is really important, then you're going to notice, hey, I see beauty all around me, and I enjoy spending my vacation with my family. And this is one that I love saying on a regular basis, but everything is constantly working out for us. I say, you know, the universe is always working in my favor. And it's funny that when I say that and get aligned with that, things just kind of work out. Lights just turn green at the right time. I have the right amount of change in my pocket. Things just are great. So invite that into your life and see what happens. I did this training with a client one time, and she was really stressed about a vacation, and she was worried about her spending money. She says, it just seems like everything costs so much money, and you know, I'm worried that we spend over our budget on vacation. And so guess what she was affirming is that everything costs them so much money and that they're going to spend more. So we switched it up, and she wrote an affirmation that something along the lines of, you know, we have plenty of money and we make good choices with our money and have a blast and enjoy it, something like that. And she got home and she told me it was so great. All of that stress and that emotion that I had about not having enough money, I let it go, and my mind believed it, and we had a great time, and it happened. So a little bonus here is if you want to look up the reticular activating system, this is almost a whole nother training, but our brains have a function called the reticular activating system. Google it. And it filters all the information between the conscious world and what you see and your subconscious. So we focus on different things. A great example of this is, you know, when you're buying a new car and you're looking up online and you're reading reviews about that car and you're looking at models of that car. When you go out on the road, you notice that car everywhere. You start to see it in the parking lot, you see it on the road. And that's because you are so tuned in to that car, you're focused on it so much that your reticular activating system sends a message to your conscious to look for that, and it finds it. So with affirmations, it really does work. If you focus on what you want, that comes into your life. What we expand what we focus on. This is a quote by Wayne Dyer, and he's just incredible. And it's so true. Whatever you're focusing on, more of that comes into your life. And it's a true principle whether you're focusing on the positive or the negative. So take charge of it and focus on the positive. Number 4, which is a fun one, is let it go. Let it go. And I like to think that, you know, if you can really focus on what emotions you're attaching to everything in your day. So we're talking about a vacation. If you are packing for vacation and you're constantly thinking and feeling, I'm going to forget something, I'm stressed, or I'm leaving the kids, I feel so guilty about this, or I'm anxious, I'm probably going to like screw, or our flight might be late, or something might go wrong. But if you stopped and said, what emotion am I attaching to this situation? Because the situation is just neutral. It doesn't have emotion until you say, oh, packing makes me anxious. But that's not a fact that they have to go together. So if you take a deep breath and say, you know what, I'm going to choose a different emotion. So I have on the left here feelings that may arise. And then on the right is some new feelings that you can choose. So this is obviously not all, but maybe when you're packing, you say, I'm going to be really excited when I pack. And everything you put in your suitcase is exciting because you think, I get to wear this on the beach, and oh my gosh, this is going to look so good at the restaurant we're going to for dinner, and I love these colors, and I'm not packing any snow clothes, and I'm packing warm, awesome clothes and feeling great. Then you can start to get excited about something. So just pay attention to the emotions that you're putting with it. Take a deep breath, let the negative stuff go, and add some good stuff to it. I know it kind of sounds simple, and I totally get that it can be hard because we're so programmed that things have to feel a certain way. But I'm giving you permission, and you can give yourself permission to add some new feelings to your situations. You gotta nourish to flourish. Sometimes we put ourselves at the bottom of the list, right? We take care of everyone around us, all of our clients, all of our business, all of our things, and we don't give ourselves enough time to really take care of ourselves and put ourselves as number one, because when we feel amazing, we show up better for our family, we show up better for our friends, we show up better for our clients, but we don't always do that, right? So going on a vacation is a great way to really nourish everything about who you are and what you want out of life. But you got to do it intentionally, and you got to say, yes, I am going to feel amazing, and I am going on this vacation to really add to my bucket and to fill up who I am, not to deplete it, not to like get home and say, oh, I need a vacation for my vacation, right? That's no fun. And number 5 is really great because we talk about tracking your vacation success. So all the things that you wanted to create, if you study that list before and you say those things, or you record it and put it on your phone and listen to it as often as possible, you know, maybe it's before bed, maybe it's in the morning, maybe you write it, whatever, you're going to start to see these things. So when they show up, if you catch them and track them, then the universe, the law of attraction, whatever it is for you, is going to say, oh, they care. They notice this. They want more, and they will give you some more. So tracking it looks like journaling at the end of the night. Hey, this vacation was so great. I saw some beautiful sunsets, and we met some great friends, and I was so relaxed, and I was on the beach, and I was reading this book. So listing the things that were great that you wanted. It can also look like, you know, here's some social media feeds, you posting pictures of the things that you were searching for, the things that you chose to invite into your vacation. Maybe it's at the spa, maybe it's with your friends, maybe it's some pictures of those delicious meals that you've been eating. When you track it, then you're reaffirming what you look for and that it shows up in your life. How often have you seen people on vacation and they make a post that they're complaining about their vacation, and maybe they say, oh, today was the worst. I got so sunburned laying on the beach all day. And I'm thinking, really? You're going to complain about this when you had probably a million awesome things? And I get that not everything goes perfect, and getting sunburned, like we went to Cancun last year and Dave forgot to put sunscreen on his feet. I mean, we didn't think about feet, and his feet got so fried the first day. And it wasn't fun, but that wasn't what we gave the most attention to, right? You've got to look for the great things around you and track them and notice them. So an example of a couple things that have worked for us, and really the reason why I started teaching other people this is because we were driving down to Disneyland a couple years ago, and I thought, you know what? I do affirmations at home. I wonder if instead of saying my regular affirmations about being successful, being a leader, loving my family, all of these things, I feel like it's a little different being in Disneyland. I want to create some Disneyland affirmations. And so in the car, we wrote what we wanted to come up, you know, what we wanted to see. And it was things like, you know, the lines move fast and are quick, and the characters love to be around us. We see Disney characters everywhere we go. I wrote that I am funny, and my family thinks I'm hilarious and laughs at all my jokes. And it was really cool to see what things happened. You know, it wasn't it wasn't peak season, but it wasn't empty either. And there were lots of lines all around, but it seemed like every ride we went on, things just went really smooth. And then we got off one ride, and there just happened to be a parade going by of all the characters. And then we were walking up California Adventures around the Grizzly River Rapids, and Chip and Dale walk out, and they sit and play with my 2-year-old in the stroller for like 15 minutes. They blew bubbles, they laughed, they tickled them. We took so many pictures, and it was incredible. It was so much fun. And I would kind of step back and think, oh, that's totally what I put on my list. That's what I was looking for. Now, did we go on rides with longer lines? Probably. But was I paying attention to those? Was I looking for those? Was I attracted to those? No. It just seemed to work perfect. And I mean, I'm pretty funny, but I was on point. I had great jokes, and my kids were laughing, and it was so ingrained into my subconscious and conscious that that's what I found. I found these awesome jokes lying around in my head that was making my family laugh, and my kids thought I was hilarious, and Dave had a blast, and it was just a good time. And so I was tracking and paying attention to those things. So when you track it, and when you write it down and you notice the kind of fun you're having, 2 things happen. One, you notice, wow, things are working for me. The universe is working for me. The law of attraction is working, and I'm in charge of what I create. And then the other thing that happens is you're having an awesome time because you're eating great food. You're looking at sunsets. You're laughing. You're smiling. You're spending time with people you love. And it's working out really well for you. So that's the kind of vacation that when you take, you get home and you feel refreshed, you feel invigorated, you feel ready to take on your regular life again. And then you also feel like, maybe affirmations work. Maybe Hollie's not this crazy lady that talks in the mirror. Maybe I need to make some life affirmations. So I'll leave you with this. Fall in love with your life. It's your life. You have one. Create some awesome stuff in it because you're in charge. And make life happen for you, not to you. You are totally in charge of the things that you say. You're in charge of what you invite into your life and what you choose. So make some great choices. Attach some great emotions to it. Write some powerful affirmations. Create a beautiful story. And you're going to have an amazing vacation. So invite me on your next vacation. And if you have other questions, let me know. Subscribe to our videos. We do offer a lot of real estate training, buying, selling tips, but I'm really trying to add a few more of these things in that I just want my network, I want my clients to be living their best life. I want them to fall in love with their life, not just in love with the home that I'm helping them purchase. I want them to love who they are. I want you to feel incredible when you wake up in that home because it's what you envisioned. I want you to feel incredible when you go on vacation and come back to that home and really love who you are and the kind of life that you're leading. So have a great day, and thanks for watching this, and I will see you later. Bye.